Or there were only 3 or 4 people in the gym this morning
Because
but it was as usual in the morning. It it is sparse. It is few people usually.
what time was it?
Just before 7.
Ah, okay. So as usual, not really because of coronavirus.
Yeah,
Okay. Only because it's early, that's why there are very few people. Okay,
yeah.
and so what did you do? What did you work on at the gym?
I did a workout focusing on my back,
Okay, and
and this is because my girlfriend said my girlfriend likes my muscle of back.
your muscles at the back, at your back.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
So
So so
you
I
want to
did
make
it.
them bigger.
Yes. So I did it.
Ah, okay, okay, and
And after that, I went to my office. And today there was a regular meeting with my boss and our team.
what was it about?
We consulted 3 things to my boss. One is, the the international students who committed a crime, but she wanted wants to get our student visa again. Mm.
Okay. So is your school going to give her?
Uh, we are considering it now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yesterday I consulted this matter to the person in charge of her department.
Oh, okay. So the person in charge of her papers, maybe?
Or
Person from the
her,
department who's in
yeah.
charge of her
She,
papers.
no, person who who is in charge of like a more not so you mean like a professor? He
Ah, that's what you meant? Like a professor
No, I mean more like administrative staff
who handles her papers.
or paper. Paper means thesis.
Paper means like her passport, her travel history,
Uh,
stuff that she has to submit like requirements so she
uh,
can enroll them.
uh,
Yeah.
um, I think it's little different. Yeah, it's he's in charge of enrollment, but we are in charge of her visa.
Okay, in charge of her visa. Okay.
Yeah, and yesterday we talked about how like how get her penalty.
Talked about what?
Talking about her penalty, for example,
Ah,
make
her penalty. Her
yeah
penalty.
make her
Her
leave. Yeah,
penalty.
penalty
Okay.
like
She
mhm
can
mhm
how she can be
mhm.
penalized, okay, for her
Okay,
crime.
okay. She can be penalized. For
Okay,
example,
I will teach you.
we
Yeah, wait. I will teach you also a new word. It's like
mhm
penal
mhm
institution.
mhm
This is jail.
mhm Okay.
Okay. Okay. So what were the
Uh-huh.
penalties that you
Mm-hmm.
discussed?
We discussed in order to uh, get her penal penalty, we need like a or like mm, we need or something fact. We confirm the fact that or she committed a crime. We only know she reported us. She committed a crime, but we haven't confirmed it. Yeah. So
Ah, okay.
we
So
don't
you
know if
need
it's fact.
documents to
Yeah.
support.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We need evidence.
You say we need documents
Yeah.
to prove that
Hmm.
she really committed a crime.
Yeah. And person in charge of her department said we can know the court record of the trial via internet, and I tried it, but I couldn't find it. Actually, there is a website of Superior Supreme Court,
Yeah.
and or we can research the trial records, but I couldn't find it. And I asked or the
It's not yet.
person,
Yeah.
yeah, I already researched, but I couldn't find it. And I or consulted the person in charge of the such regarding or law
Yeah.
in my university, and he said he answered there there were not all the trials in the Supreme Court website.
Yes, because it okay, so it's called the number one, there's lower courts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Usually small cases, they just stay in the lower
Mm-hmm.
courts. The Supreme Courts are the big cases.
Yeah.
The cases in the Supreme Court. These are the big cases. Okay? So, yeah. So that's the judicial system.
Yeah.
How did the person explain it to you?
How?
Yeah.
Um. So,
What did he say in particular? Yeah.
actually, there was a trials trial record of trials are of lower courts in a website of Supreme Court. It is just website of Supreme Court, so it's dealing a lot of records, including lower courts.
Ah. Okay. And
But or I couldn't find the trials of her. This is because he said only the important trials are they are only important trials on the website.
okay. So her case was not very important. That's why it's not on
Yes,
the website.
yes, right.
Okay. So how can
Mm-hmm.
you procure a copy of the
Mm-hmm.
documents? Okay. So procure is get.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is okay. So kind of formal and legal. Okay. So
Okay.
how do you
Mm-hmm.
procure? the
Okay.
copies of the documents.
To procure the documents, I have to request the courts request the request or the like mm, request the Tokyo district public prosecutor to give me the document.
So you have to make a formal request.
Yes, right.
Okay. Okay, to give you a copy of the document. Okay,
Yeah,
and what else?
but in order to request do or formal request, um, I I I have to know the date of the judgment and which court the uh, she or and the name of the court. So and I don't know the both of these things.
Okay, so you're going to ask her.
Yeah, but maybe she will
Okay.
not answer it because she can expect that or we are trying to give her penalty.
Uh, why don't you ask
Mm-hmm.
her
Mm-hmm.
to just get the documents by herself and give it to you as a condition of her
Mm-hmm.
enrollment in your school? Why
We
don't you
cannot
just ask her to do it?
we cannot or we cannot get her penalty without evidence or even she will not submit a document we cannot or for example get her out from our university because there are no evidence.
Okay. What if you tell her you will not give her the grades or you will not let her enroll unless
Mm-hmm.
she gives you the documents?
Mm-hmm. Or we cannot do such
Yeah,
things. Yeah,
because
because there are no we basically we act following the rule, and there are no such rules. We
yeah.
can do such things to students.
Ah, it's like threatening the student or
Yeah,
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 holding something. So,
yeah,
okay, so it's really your obligation to
yeah,
get the documents. Okay,
yeah.
and what else?
And so yeah, and also this is a one that I consult with my boss this morning, and the second is uh I forgot maybe maybe you know or at present the students from China and Korea and some or country or cannot get a visa at a at the our embassy
Yeah.
because the embassy stop issuing a visa now, so they cannot enter Japan.
Yes, yes.
So,
Okay.
but some students already enter to Japan, but they don't have student resident status.
Okay, so
So I think we have to uh, grasp their situation. So we are trying
mhm.
to or ask them to answer the Google form and or to know their situation. So but also there was a news that um, the government or try to um, extend the the such or measures such restriction until or end of April.
Okay.
And so first we thought we should do such research after the announcement of extension of or restriction, but
Yes.
boss gave me advice that we should do this or research as soon as possible.
So you want to know until when is this prohibition of, giving visas to
Yeah,
students?
yeah,
But do you think you will ever find out when? It's like asking when's the coronavirus gonna end, something like that, right?
yeah. We cannot know the end of this restriction, but we can know the or each student's situation. So we want to know that.
In their respective country.
Yeah.
Like, how are you in China? How are you in Korea?
Uh,
Their lives there?
uh, I would like to ask, um, are you in your country or already in Japan?
Ah, okay. So their exact location. You want to know
Yes,
their
right,
exact
right.
location.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
number one. What else? Number two.
And or have you already got or the resident status, student resident status?
Okay. Okay. So
Mm,
residency.
yeah, and that's all. It's really simple.
How many students are you talking about? These are only from China and Korea, right? Or from other countries also?
Um, only actually about 180 or there are 180 or incoming new students, but most of them are already living in Japan before entering our university. For example, they are study at Japanese language school or study at other university, but 45 students are coming from their country, so they need to get a visa, resident status. So I, yeah, I asked them, where are you
Mm,
now? Do you have
yeah.
or resident status? Mm,
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Okay. And when will the classes start, by the way?
hmm Our university's class will start from April 9.
April 9. Ah, so a few
Yeah,
days from now.
yes,
There's gonna
but
be like regular classes? Yeah.
no, the classes will be taking place via internet. Google Hangout Meets. It's like
Ah,
kind of Skype.
online classes.
Yes.
Okay, so can they take that while in their respective countries? Like for example, in Korea, yeah, the student is in Korea, so take online
Yeah.
classes.
I think in Korea it's okay, but in China it's a little difficult because there is a it's called Great Firewall. The Chinese student cannot easily and use a Google.
Yeah, yeah. That's why Google Play is not present in China.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and would you know
Mm-hmm.
what's the counterpart of Google in China? How do you call it?
Or Baidu,
Baiyu?
but Baidu, I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyway. Okay, and what else?
And
So most of your students are from China and Korea. Do you
yeah,
have students from the UK?
ye- yes, maybe, but or you know, uh, there are 180 international new international students, but only 45 students are coming from their country. So we should focus on these 45 students. And 45 students are from 43 students from our Korea and one student from China and one student from Taiwan.
Okay. Why do
Yeah.
you think they like to study in Japan?
Because about Korea, uh, they are in a uh, bad economic condition. So Korean or students coming to Japan to get a job after graduation in Japan.
Ah, okay. So they use it as a stepping stone. Okay, studying
Mm-hmm,
in Japan
mm-hmm,
is
mm-hmm.
their stepping stone to getting hired, okay, by a Japanese
Okay,
company and work in
yeah,
Japan. Okay, so that's a
yeah.
stepping stone. Okay, tell me about your personal experience about stepping stone.
Or
Use the word stepping stone.
stepping stone. Mm, okay. For example, mm, yeah, when I was a university student, I majored business and I learned about or I use little mathematics to yeah because my professor uh worked our Standard and Poor's before, so he's like our professional of or stack prices and yeah stock prices and uh the prices I forgot uh bonds uh, mm. And
What?
uh, he is okay. Wait a minute. Bonds. He was specialist of or stock and bonds.
Ah, stocks and bonds. Okay, so he's an
Yes.
investor
Yes.
or
Yeah.
investment specialist. Yeah,
Yeah.
investment
Yeah.
specialist. Okay.
Yeah. And he asked me to study mathematics. And now, uh, after entering my office, I use a little more mathematics to allocate or scholarships to each student. So because we, I'm using our GPA to or decide or which scholarships or to be uh, will be given to your students.
Ah, okay. So how you're going to divide the scholarships among the
Yeah.
applicants? So
Yes.
you use math in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you compute? Like how? What's your basis? Like
Um, I'm using I'm using um I'm using devi deviation value.
deviation value?
Yeah. So I'm comparing them by or GPA, but or some department or to get high GPA is easy. On the other hand, or in some department to get high GPA is really or difficult. So it's unfair. So I'm
Yeah.
using deviation value and or get it's fair and allocate or scholarships to each student.
Okay, okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
See
Bye.
you. Bye.